Hello, I'm Audrey Morton, and I'd like to tell you about Breakfast on the Beat, a trademark pending live segment that I host on Tuesday mornings on the Mighty 93 KSTV radio station in Stephenville. It all started over a year and a half ago when I had the pleasure of sitting down with a former lieutenant from the Stephenville Police Department. We discussed such things as programs and services that are offered through the department available to the community. As it turns out, much of the community is unaware of most of these programs and services, so I decided to start a live community outreach program. McDonald's has been our sponsor since day one, and they provide breakfast on Tuesday mornings for all of our law enforcement and emergency management professionals. For the last year and a half, I've had the pleasure of speaking with the Stephenville Police Department, the Stephenville Fire Department, the Erath County Sheriff's Office, the State Trooper's Office, also the City Manager's Office, and the Chamber of Commerce, just to name a few. We've had the pleasure in the last week to speak with Cody Derrick, our fire marshal with the Stephenville Fire Department. October is not only Fire Prevention Month, but now it is being dubbed as Emergency Management Month. Number one, we know that we need to change our batteries every October in our smoke detectors. But there are several more ways that we can stay safe as this time of year starts to get very busy with family and friends and the holidays. Cody Derrick will discuss ways to stay safe if you happen to be cooking and a grease fire breaks out. You know you love to decorate when you like to use all the extension cords in your home, but did you know that those extension cords could actually be a huge hazard? And most importantly, we all love fried turkey, but we know what not to do when trying to cook one of those fried turkeys. Cody Derrick will share all of these tips and more about Fire Prevention Month, also known as Emergency Preparedness Month, for the upcoming month and holidays to follow.
Cooking safety. Specifically, I'm going to talk about grease fires this morning. Grease typically will catch on fire at about 600 degrees, so approximately. And water boils at 212 degrees? Mm-hmm. And water is heavier than your cooking grease, so you never put water on a grease fire. The reason being is the water's heavier than the grease, and it will go straight to the bottom of the pan, where the pan's hundreds of degrees, and it'll instantly convert to steam. That's what causes your grease explosion, so you don't ever put water on grease. Another common misconception is flour or salt or some other type of kitchen substance, baking soda. You don't put those on there either. What you want to do is you want to cover the fire either with a lid for the cooking device, for the pot or pan, or if you don't have a lid for it, wet a towel and throw it over it. The second thing you want to do is you want to turn off the heat. And whether that's turning the knob to off, pulling the plug, tripping a breaker, or turning off a gas valve, whatever you got to do, and then obviously call 911 and let us come check to make sure there's fire at places that we can't see.
Right. And then another important factor is, it's always nice to have someone around too. And if you're not skilled at cooking with grease, let's say the holidays are coming up, there's some big things going on that folks don't pay attention to while trying to cook for the holidays.
Yeah, I mean, I would venture to say that most people have seen the YouTube clips of people putting frozen turkeys into grease pots. If you ever want to see a frozen turkey explode, then you can watch that. Don't try it.
No, they highly suggest that that's not a good idea. Get someone who is skilled in cooking those turkeys, and there's a whole bunch of other fun facts that go into that. But things get crazy around the holidays, and it's not just about the fire prevention, as you said. It's Emergency Preparedness Month that we're getting things ready for. We're less than 100 days away from Christmas. So with that, not only do we have Halloween, you've got Halloween parties, you've got football's back in session. Everybody's having parties and
Go Jackets,
and everybody's getting together. So there's a lot going on. People can get distracted. So it's best to just be prepared and make sure you've got all your bases, right?
Yeah, a lot of things that you see around the holidays is people start using extension cords quite a bit, whether they're for whatever decorations, Halloween or Christmas or whatever. Extension cords are designed for temporary use. They're not designed to be plugged in permanently. Now you can buy extension cords that are designed for that, but your regular old rinky-dink extension cords that you buy from the Dollar Tree made in China are not made to be plugged in. And if you leave them plugged in, they can deteriorate over time and become a fire hazard.
Yeah, they can get hot. Like, you need to check those. They can actually overheat, and that's not a good deal. There's a reason that there are certain extension cords made for indoor and outdoor, especially. I mean, a lot of folks try to go, crazy Griswold on their homes for Christmas lights, and you just can't. First off, how they have that set up in the movie is totally not likely. But but there are people that are willing to try to get as many cords as possible onto one of those, right?
Excuse me. Yes.
And so,
yeah, most of the lights have designs in them now to where if you plug more than three of them together, they won't work. So I'm not really sure how that works, but I know from experience.
He was testing it out. He was testing it, of course. Absolutely. Well, Cody, we really appreciate all that you do with the city of Stephenville and for Stephenville Fire Department and surrounding communities. And where can we go to find out more information or find out extra tips for Fire Prevention Emergency Preparedness Month?
You can always go to nfpa.org. NFPA stands for National Fire Protection Association. It's the oldest fire prevention organization in America, as far as I know. And they have countless resources on there that you can use to educate yourself on fire safety. Oh, one other thing I want to say real quick while I'm in there. Fire Prevention Month is October, obviously, but Fire Prevention Week is the second week in October.
Okay.
And I always deliver educational material to all the kids. So if we have any homeschool co-ops out there that need fire prevention material for Fire Prevention Month, contact me at the Stephenville Fire Department. I bought extra stuff for the homeschool kids. So,
good.
And that is 254-918-1250. That's my direct office line.
You can also find them through the city website as well.
Yes, ma'am.
And go to stephenvilletx.gov, excuse me, and you can just click on departments and go to the fire department and find you right there. You're very easy to find.
I am.
Plus, the Facebook page is always a good way to catch someone if you need to as well through direct message. And we're just really happy to have you on board again for Breakfast on the Beat. Hope you enjoyed your McDonald's.
I'm always ready for sausage and biscuit.
Yeah, well, plus some caffeine's always a good way to start the day. Thank you, Cody. It is our fire marshal with Stephenville Fire Department on Breakfast on the Beat with the Mighty 93 KSTV. That was Cody Derrick, fire marshal with the Stephenville Fire Department. He let us know that not only is October Fire Prevention Month, it is now being dubbed as Emergency Preparedness Month. First things first, make sure you change the batteries in all your smoke alarms every October. Secondly, get prepared for the holidays. There are a lot of events, a lot of gatherings coming up, and you want to make sure you're prepared if something goes awry. Don't cook with grease or oil if you're not sure how hot or how to take care of a grease fire. Make sure that you also don't overload those extension cords when putting up decorations for the holidays. And never, ever fry a frozen turkey. There are several more ways and tips that the Stephenville Fire Department can help you. And if you have any questions about that particular interview, you can send them to our website at kstvfm.com. At the top of the page, you'll see a drop down for contests and promotions. Just click on Breakfast on the Beat and submit your question with following information on the page. We look forward to having you as a listener. If you've never heard about Breakfast on the Beat, I'm glad that I introduced this program to you. It airs live on Tuesdays at 7:20 on the Mighty 93 KSTV. You can also listen online through kstvfm.com. And I want to thank Cody Derrick and over 22 years of his service to the fire department in Stephenville. We also want to thank the Stephenville Police Department, the Erath County Sheriff's Office, the State Trooper's Office, the City Administrator, and the Chamber of Commerce for being a huge part of Breakfast on the Beat on an ongoing basis. We also look forward to several more programs for the rest of the year, and I look forward to presenting more opportunities for our community to learn about services and programs that our law enforcement and emergency management professionals have to offer. If you have any other questions, please go to the website at kstvfm.com. You can also send me an email through audie@vilcom.com. This has been the video presentation about Breakfast on the Beat, my trademark pending live segment that I host on Mighty 93 KSTV in Stephenville. Thank you.